Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. My name is Montana Buck, and in today's video I just sat down, I created this look. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into today's look. I'm going to start by prepping the skin with my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer in the center of the face where I have the most oil production and the most pores. I did go ahead and already apply my eyebrows. I will list all my products down below for you guys, so if you're curious as to what products I use for the brows, don't forget to check the description box down below. For foundation today, I'm going in with this one here by Makeup Revolution. This is their Conceal and Define Foundation, and this one is in the shade F8. This foundation is super fun because it has this really nice jumbo applicator. So I will just use the applicator and begin applying it directly onto the skin. If you are a makeup artist that does looks on clients, this probably is not going to be a foundation that you're going to want to go with, simply for the fact that the applicator tip is not sanitary. If you have like a nice little petri dish or something that you can put the foundation onto and then transfer it onto the skin, you can keep it sanitary that way. This is the Cherry Blossom line from MAC Cosmetics, and I'm going to be blending the foundation in here with this Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. So I'm just going to spritz the sponge 2 or 3 times and begin pressing the foundation into the skin. It's looking like this shade of foundation in the shade F8 is a little bit light on me. I did just go ahead and self-tan, so I am at my darkest when it comes to my self-tanning. But what I'm going to do throughout the rest of the video is once I go in with my bronzers and my highlights and all of that good stuff, we're going to warm the skin up so it's nice and matchy-matchy. Next, we'll be going in with some concealer. This is my favorite concealer at the moment. It's by a brand named ColourPop, and this is their No Filter Concealer in the shade Medium 20. I'm just going to apply this to the darkest areas of the face, which for me would be the under eye. So I've got some mean dark circles. We're just going to go ahead and cover those up. A little bit of this just on the top of the nose, a little bit on the top lip, and one stripe across the chin. Picking back up the MAC Fix Plus in my beauty sponge, spritzing it again 3 times. We're going to be dipping into a little bit of this Too Faced Born This Way loose setting powder. This is in the shade Translucent, and we'll be applying it with my Morphe Tapered M438 blending brush. So I've picked up a little bit of the product into the cap. We're going to dip straight into it and just begin setting those areas. This is such a beautiful and very, very, very soft, if I might add, translucent powder. I have bought this product 2 times over now, so I think this is my 2nd or 3rd time purchasing. I'm definitely a huge fan of this loose powder. I'm going to use this brush to swirl the rest of that translucent powder all over the other areas of the face. Applying a translucent powder over the entire face is not only going to make sure that your makeup is locked in all day long, but it also is going to help us to prepare for our powder bronzers. When applying powder on top of powder, the powders, I feel like I've said powder like 500 times, but the powders will actually help themselves to blend more seamlessly. For today's look, I want it to be very bronzy, very warm, very glowy. Really loving that bronzy look. I'm obsessed, and so that's what we're going to be going for today's look. For bronzer, we're going to be going in with my one here by Benefit Cosmetics. This is the Hoola Caramel Bronzer. Just going to begin swirling this into the hollows of the cheekbones. Again, just to add some warmth and some life to this look. Like I said previously, that foundation that I had on, or that I had previously applied, was looking a little ghosty on my freshly tanned skin. So we are going to solve that issue right now. And I'm kind of just distributing this along the hairline on my forehead. And then I'll also sweep this along the jawline and underneath the chin, just to create like a false shadow. This is going to add a little bit of a slimming effect to the overall face. And then with no added product on the brush, I just kind of stamp over the rest of the face so we don't have any white cast going on from those like concealers and highlights that we did under the eye, across the nose. We're not really trying to bronze up these areas, but just add a little bit of warmth. Next, I'm going in with this bronzer here by Milani Cosmetics. This is their Baked Bronzer in the shade 06 Golden. I'll be applying it with this Revlon brush here that I purchased from the drugstore. I'm going to create a little bit of an ombre effect with this bronzer. So I'm going to be applying it just at the very high points. I'm not going to be dragging it down like I did with the Hoola Caramel Bronzer. So just at the top, as well as a little bit up into the temples, as well as a little bit underneath the chin and along the jawline. Picking up my contoured Morphe sponge, I'm going to be dipping this into a little bit more of that Too Faced translucent powder, and I'm going to use the sponge to cut the jawline and to stamp the sides of the nose, just to clean up any bronzer that I may have brought down a little bit too low on the face, and just to add some more structure. Just stamp the sides of the nose. This also adds a little bit of a slimming effect to the overall structure of the nose. I'm going to let this sit on the skin for anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes, and in the meantime, let's go into some highlighter. The highlighter that we're using today is this one here by Becca Cosmetics. This is in the shade Opal. Just sweeping this over all the high points of the face. So for me, that's going to be the high points of the cheekbones, a little bit on the tip of the nose. I like to add some in the center between the eyebrows. This is going to help bring that area forward, add some dimension to the skin. And I also like to take some on my finger and just apply this along the Cupid's bow. So it gives you that really cute sort of like, I try to be really light with the product in this area because I don't want to create the effect of a sweaty lip. I just want to sort of accentuate the top lip just a bit. We are going to begin dusting off all of that bakage. Just kind of give it a little blend. Now your bronzer is going to be nice and clean and sharp. Picking up that MAC Fix Plus, we're going to spritz the entire face and set everything and lock it in. The first palette that I'm going in with for today's look is this one here by Morphe x Jaclyn Hill. This is their Armed and Gorgeous palette. With my Sigma E40 blending brush, I'm picking up this shade here called Agent. And I'm just going to start by warming up the crease a little bit, starting from the outer corner in circular buffing motions. And then as the product begins to leave the brush, I'm going to slowly drag this more towards the inner corner. Next, I'm picking up this shade here called Secure, and I'm just going to layer this shade on top of the first one, applying it in the same area. Going in with another brush here. This is also by Sigma. This is their E35 blending brush. I'm going to choose this shade here. It's called Smooth Criminal. The way I'm applying this one is pretty similar to the first two, but instead of taking it all the way into the inner corner, we're going to stop about halfway. Picking up a small tapered blending brush, something like this. This one is also by Sigma, and it's in the number E45. I'm picking up my Riviera Palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I want to go in and I'm just going to dip into this little white shade that we have here in the palette, just to highlight the arch of the eyebrow. Then using this brush here, this is the Sigma E25. I'm going to dip back into the Armed and Gorgeous palette, and we're going to choose this dark cocoa shade here called Prowl. We're going to target this chocolate shade on the very outer corner of the eye. We're not going to bring this in very much at all, really. This is going to add a lot of depth and dimension to the overall eye look. Then going back in with the Sigma E35, which is a little bit more of a fluffier blending brush, I'm just going to go over that darkest shade and buff it out as good as I can, just so it doesn't look too harsh. Picking up any white eyeliner pencil. Today I'm using my NYX Jumbo eyeliner pencil in the shade Milk. I just want to run this along the lower lash line. What this is going to do is really brighten and open the eyes and make you look very fresh and awake. Something like that. Now we can go ahead and smoke out the lower lash line. I'm picking up this brush here. This is the JH33 brush. Looks like this. Then we're going back into the Armed and Gorgeous palette. I'm going to choose this shade here called Secure. We're going to smoke out that lower lash line, starting with a light color, and then as we begin to blend and build these colors up, I'm going to move into darker colors. I like to bring the lightest shade pretty low, actually, because I want you guys to be able to see the ombre effect at the end of the look. And then we'll keep the darker shades a little bit tighter up closer to the lash line, so it's all got a nice flow to it. Then going back in with my Sigma E25 brush, we're dipping back yet again into the Armed and Gorgeous palette here, and I'm going to choose Smooth Criminal. Now with this shade, I want to keep it just on the very outer half of the eye. I'm picking up here a black eyeliner pencil. This is by NYX. This is their Slide On eyeliner in the shade Jet Black. I just want to apply this on the very upper waterline of my eye. This is going to help to prepare us when we go in with our liquid liner, because we're going to do a wing, and with our mascara, and ultimately our false lashes. We're going to move in really quickly with this eyeliner here. This is by Benefit. This is one of their minis. This is the roller liner in the shade Black. Alright guys, so my camera actually overheated while I was in the middle of talking to you guys, so I had to walk away and let it cool down for a minute. In the meantime, I have some lashes here. I've put some glue on them. These are by the brand Allure in the style Opulent. It looks like these are ready to be stuck on to the lash line. Cute. We have one lash successfully glued on. As you can see, it makes a really big difference. It really opens and lifts the eye and makes it a little more dramatic and more smoky, and I love it. so much. So let's go ahead and stick on our other one. Alright, lashes are glued on. Really quick, I'm picking back up that roller liner by Benefit Cosmetics, and I'm just going to draw a quick stripe over the lash band. Make sure everything looks nice and put together. For lips, I'm going to be going in with this one here by NYX. We're going to start with a liner. This is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Los Angeles. This liner, by the way, guys, the shade Los Angeles by NYX is one of my go-to nude lip liners. I love it. It goes with everything. And then I'm going in with this lipstick here by MAC Cosmetics. This is in the shade Creme D'Nude. Going in with a little bit of clear gloss. Just going to apply this with my finger. Melt all those colors together nicely. Give us a little bit of shine. I love this combination. It looks so nice. I'm going to really quickly get off camera. I'm going to clip in the rest of my hair extensions and I will be right back. Alrighty, so I have my hair clipped in. I teased it up a little bit. I am going to leave a link below as to what hair extensions I'm currently wearing and have been wearing for, I want to say maybe a year now, a little bit over a year. So if you guys are interested in the hair, don't forget to check that out. I just hope that you enjoyed today's look, and I hope to see you in my next video. I love you guys. Thank you for watching and spending some time with me, and I'll see you later. Okay, bye.